Right, James. So, good one today. We've got five chords done, which is really, really good for a first time. Okay, so I'm just going to go over those with you and a couple of other things as well. So, first one we did was E minor. And so, just kind of rules of thumb first. So, generally, you want your finger straight down, not kind of lying flat like that, straight, kind of almost perpendicular, the last bit of your finger anyway. So, straight down, right up to the fret, wherever you can. Obviously, you can't necessarily do it all the time. Um, and if you're not sure about a chord, just try it one string at a time. And obviously, if for example, if you strum, that sounds okay, but if you go through it one string at a time, you're getting that. So then that means you got to just straighten it up a little bit. Or if that's not, if it's already straight, what you can do is just try and get a close up of this. So if it's down too far like that, and it's already straight. Just kind of lift it up. A couple of millimeters is literally all it is. So let's go through them. So E minor, you've got the diagrams anyway, so we won't go into that. But always look out what's the easiest way to go from one chord to the next. So as I was saying, from E minor to A minor, pivot around like that. Now, for that change, you're going to have to shift your middle finger back a bit to make room for your third finger. Now, with A minor, you want to get rid of this string, okay? And easiest way to do that is you don't want to be avoiding it with the play because that's just too fiddly. So just get your thumb and just block it out. Not so much pressure that you're actually getting a note, but just to mute it, right? Okay. Then from there we can go to C, in which case all we got to do from A minor is get the third finger up here, and then we've got room here now to bring this up right up to the fret where we want it. Same goes for C. Get rid of this string. Then G. So, for example, if you're going from E minor to G, that's a nice easy change because you've already got this finger in where it needs to be, other than the fact that you can kind of scooch it up because now you've got room without your middle finger, and then these two kind of naturally fall on the third fret on the sixth and first strings. But if you're coming at it from C, those two shapes don't really have anything in common. So there's a big sort of, you've got C and then a big turnaround. So those are the kind of changes that need to be practiced because they don't flow very naturally. So, but as I said, take rhythm aside, isolate the issue, and just go from one to the next, back and forward. Because it's all about getting it into the muscle memory. Sort of thinking it through is obviously never going to happen fast enough for keeping a rhythm in a song. So then the next one we did was D. So just think of a triangle shape. So try and get these with D. It can be a little bit tricky to get both of these two on the third and first string right up to the fret. So just be aware of that. Then third finger comes in between the two of them on the third fret. And as I said, with D, definitely get rid of the sixth string and preferably the fifth as well. Now you can still get your thumb over them without actually holding them down. But it can be a little bit tricky. If this thumb business is kind of messing up the structure of the chord, don't worry too much about it. It's mainly just about getting these shapes right for now. So with Live Forever, you've got I think it was G, D. So then D comes there. So what you're doing is, and always just have a look at exactly what's happening between one chord and the next. So between G and D, you're going, this one is going up a string, and these two are coming all the way down here. Okay? And you always want to make sure you're not doing any unnecessary movement, like something like this, for example. Sort of taking it all off and then putting it all back on. Every finger should be going from point A to point B in pretty much a straight line. That just makes for the smoothest transition between chords. So then you've got D, A minor, and then those chords have 4 beats each. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2 for the C, and then 1, 2 for the D. And then all there is after that then is the chorus, which is the same as the verse, only it starts with E minor, not G. So and then the You and I Are Gonna Live Forever bit. I think it's an F add 9, which is a bit more tricky, but we'll get to it. It's no major deal. And as for the strumming, as I always say, just down, down, down. Or you can do it a bit faster, down, 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 down. And then the ups come in between those downs. So your hand should always be moving the same pace no matter what you're doing. So see the way, even though I'm skipping a lot of them, and some strums are lasting longer than others, I'm still moving like this all the time. So that way, no matter which strums I hit or skip or whatever, everything's going to be in time because it's all just da 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 da. All right, sure, we'll leave it at that. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.